Welcome to today's intensive English progression session. These stories will take you on a journey from elementary to upper intermediate level in just 30 minutes. I'll start with A2 vocabulary and structures, then gradually introduce B2 level complexity. Our first story follows Emma, a young woman who turns her travel hobby into a successful online business. Listen for travel vocabulary, technology terms, and business expressions. Emma Thompson works as a receptionist at a small hotel in Manchester. She earns enough money to pay her bills, but her job is not very exciting. Emma spends most of her day answering phone calls, checking guests in and out, and handling routine administrative tasks that don't challenge her creativity or ambition. Emma's real passion is traveling. Every year, she saves money carefully to take 1 or 2 short trips to different European cities. She loves exploring new places, trying local food, meeting interesting people, and learning about different cultures. Emma always takes lots of photos during her trips and writes detailed notes about her experiences in a small journal. Emma's friends often ask her for travel advice because she researches destinations thoroughly before visiting them. She knows which museums are worth visiting, where to find the best local restaurants, how to avoid tourist traps, and which neighborhoods offer authentic cultural experiences rather than commercialized attractions. One evening, Emma's co-worker Sarah suggests that Emma should start a travel blog to share her knowledge and experiences with other people. "You know so much about traveling on a budget," Sarah says. "Other people would love to read your tips and stories." Initially, Emma feels uncertain about starting a blog because she doesn't consider herself a professional writer and has limited technical skills for creating websites. However, after researching online platforms, she discovers that modern blogging tools are user-friendly and don't require advanced programming knowledge. Emma decides to create a blog called Budget Wanderer, focusing on affordable travel tips for young professionals who want to explore Europe without spending excessive amounts of money. She starts by writing detailed posts about her previous trips, including specific budget breakdowns, accommodation recommendations, and suggested itineraries. Emma's writing style is friendly and practical. She explains exactly how much she spent on transportation, food, and activities, and she provides honest reviews of budget hotels, restaurants, and attractions. Emma also includes beautiful photographs that she takes with her smartphone and edits using free mobile applications. After 3 months of consistent posting, Emma's blog begins attracting regular readers who appreciate her detailed, honest advice. People start leaving comments, asking for specific recommendations, sharing their own travel experiences, and thanking Emma for helping them plan successful budget trips. Emma discovers that maintaining a successful blog requires much more work than she had initially anticipated. She spends hours each week researching destinations, writing posts, editing photos, responding to reader comments, and promoting her content on social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. However, Emma finds this work incredibly fulfilling because she is helping other people experience the joy of travel while building her own expertise and reputation in the travel industry. She begins receiving invitations from tourism boards, hotels, and travel companies who want to collaborate with her blog. The breakthrough comes when Emma's blog post about 48 hours in Prague on 50 euros goes viral on social media, attracting thousands of new readers in just 1 week. The post's success demonstrates that there is significant demand for practical, budget-focused travel content. Recognizing the potential for monetizing her blog, Emma researches various revenue strategies, including affiliate marketing, sponsored content, and advertising partnerships. She learns about search engine optimization, email marketing, and audience analytics to improve her blog's performance and commercial viability. Within 1 year, Emma's blog generates enough income to supplement her hotel receptionist salary significantly. She negotiates with her employer to reduce her working hours to part-time, allowing her to dedicate more time to content creation and travel. Emma's blog success transforms her from a hotel receptionist with a travel hobby into a recognized travel expert with a growing online business. She realizes that combining her passion with digital marketing skills has created opportunities she never imagined possible. 2 years after starting her blog, Emma has built a loyal readership of over 50,000 subscribers, established partnerships with major travel companies, and created multiple income streams through her online content. Most importantly, she has transformed her relationship with work, finding purpose and excitement in helping others explore the world affordably. Let's check your understanding. What motivated Emma to start her travel blog initially? How did Emma's blog content differ from typical travel websites? What unexpected aspects of blogging did Emma discover after starting? How did the viral Prague post change Emma's blog trajectory? What transformation did Emma's blog success create in her career? Our second story follows Marcus, a high school student whose science project evolves into a groundbreaking environmental innovation. This narrative introduces more complex vocabulary about science, environment, and innovation while building toward B2 level language complexity. Marcus Rodriguez attends Lincoln High School in Phoenix, Arizona, where the combination of rapid urban development and desert climate creates significant environmental challenges that most students simply accept as unavoidable realities of modern city life. Marcus has always been interested in science and environmental issues, but it wasn't until his AP Environmental Science class that he began understanding the complex interconnections between human activity, natural systems, and long-term sustainability. His teacher, Dr. Jennifer Walsh, emphasized that environmental problems require innovative solutions from the next generation of scientists and engineers. The annual science fair was approaching, and students were required to develop original research projects that demonstrated scientific methodology and addressed real-world problems. While many of his classmates chose conventional topics like volcano models or plant growth experiments, Marcus wanted to tackle a genuinely significant environmental challenge affecting his community. Phoenix faces severe water scarcity issues, exacerbated by climate change, population growth, and increasing demands from agriculture and urban development. Marcus had observed that his school, like most buildings in the area, wasted enormous amounts of water through inefficient irrigation systems and lack of rainwater collection infrastructure. Marcus decided to design and test a smart irrigation system that could significantly reduce water consumption while maintaining healthy plant growth in desert environments. His initial research revealed that traditional irrigation methods often waste 30 to 50% of applied water through evaporation, runoff, and overwatering. The project required Marcus to integrate knowledge from multiple disciplines, including computer programming, soil science, plant biology, and environmental engineering. He spent weeks learning about soil moisture sensors, microcontroller programming, and automated irrigation technologies. Marcus's innovation involved creating a network of wireless soil sensors that could monitor moisture levels, temperature, and ambient humidity in real time. The data would be transmitted to a central computer system that could automatically adjust watering schedules based on actual plant needs, rather than predetermined timing. Building the prototype required skills that Marcus had never developed before. He taught himself basic electronics by watching YouTube tutorials and consulting with the high school's computer science teacher. He learned to program Arduino microcontrollers and developed a simple mobile application that could display sensor data and system status. The most challenging aspect of the project was calibrating the sensors and programming the algorithms that would determine optimal watering schedules for different types of plants under varying weather conditions. Marcus conducted extensive testing using small garden plots with identical plants, comparing his smart system against traditional timer-based irrigation. After 3 months of development and testing, Marcus's results were remarkably impressive. His smart irrigation system reduced water consumption by 45% while maintaining plant health that was equal to or better than traditionally irrigated control groups. The system also provided detailed data about soil conditions and plant growth patterns. Marcus's science fair presentation attracted significant attention from judges, who were impressed by both the technical sophistication of his solution and its potential for addressing regional environmental challenges. His project won first place at the school level and qualified for the state science fair competition. The state competition introduced Marcus to professional scientists, engineers, and environmental researchers, who recognized the commercial and ecological potential of his innovation. Dr. Maria Santos, a professor of environmental engineering at Arizona State University, offered to mentor Marcus in developing his prototype into a more robust system suitable for larger-scale implementation. Working with Dr. Santos, Marcus refined his design and conducted more extensive field testing in collaboration with local farmers and landscaping companies. The improved system incorporated weather forecasting data, plant-specific watering algorithms, and remote monitoring capabilities that could manage irrigation across multiple locations. Marcus's innovation caught the attention of environmental technology companies and sustainable agriculture organizations. One company offered to license his technology and provide funding for further development, while several universities expressed interest in supporting his continued research. The experience transformed Marcus's understanding of how scientific research could address real-world problems while creating economic opportunities. He realized that environmental challenges, rather than being insurmountable obstacles, represented opportunities for innovative solutions that could benefit both communities and the people who developed them. Marcus's success also influenced his academic and career plans.
He decided to pursue environmental engineering at university, with the goal of developing technological solutions for water conservation and sustainable agriculture. His science fair project had evolved from a school assignment into a potential career foundation. The broader impact of Marcus's work extended beyond personal achievement. His project inspired other students to tackle environmental challenges in their communities, and his school adopted his irrigation system for their own landscaping, demonstrating the practical value of student innovation. Marcus's journey from curious high school student to recognized young innovator illustrated how academic learning could be transformed into meaningful action when students were encouraged to apply their knowledge to genuine community challenges. Let's analyze this innovation story. What environmental challenge motivated Marcus to develop his science project? How did Marcus's smart irrigation system differ from traditional watering methods? What interdisciplinary skills did Marcus need to develop for his project? How did professional recognition change Marcus's project trajectory? What broader impact did Marcus's innovation have on his academic and career planning?
Our final story explores international education and personal growth through Yuki's experience as an exchange student. This narrative reaches B2 level complexity, with sophisticated vocabulary about cultural adaptation, academic challenges, and identity development. Yuki Tanaka's decision to participate in a semester-long exchange program at the University of Edinburgh represented far more than an academic opportunity. It constituted a deliberate challenge to her comfort zone and an exploration of identity that would fundamentally reshape her worldview and personal aspirations. Having spent her entire life in Kyoto, Japan, within the structured environment of traditional Japanese educational institutions, Yuki possessed exceptional academic credentials, but limited experience navigating cultural diversity or communicating in English outside of classroom contexts. The initial culture shock was profound and multifaceted. Scottish academic culture emphasized debate, critical questioning, and individual expression in ways that contradicted Yuki's educational background, where respectful listening and consensus building were prioritized over vocal disagreement or intellectual confrontation. Yuki's first literature seminar proved particularly challenging when the professor encouraged students to challenge established interpretations of classic texts. While her analytical thinking was sophisticated, Yuki struggled to articulate controversial opinions in English while simultaneously adapting to academic norms that seemed to reward intellectual aggression over thoughtful consideration. However, these initial difficulties catalyzed remarkable personal and linguistic development. Yuki began developing metacognitive awareness of her own learning processes, recognizing how cultural assumptions had shaped her educational approach and communication style. Through persistent engagement with international classmates and Scottish professors, Yuki gradually developed confidence in expressing complex ideas, disagreeing respectfully with others, and contributing original insights to academic discussions. Her unique cultural perspective became an intellectual asset rather than a communication barrier. The transformation extended beyond linguistic fluency to encompass broader personal growth. Yuki discovered interests in comparative literature and international relations that had been dormant within the constraints of her previous academic environment. She began envisioning career possibilities that would integrate her Japanese heritage with global perspectives. By semester's end, Yuki had not only achieved advanced English proficiency, but had also developed intercultural competence and intellectual confidence that would influence her subsequent academic and professional choices. Her exchange experience exemplified how immersive international education could catalyze profound personal transformation. Let's examine this cultural transformation. How did Scottish academic culture differ from Yuki's previous educational experience? What specific challenges did Yuki face in literature seminars? How did Yuki's cultural perspective evolve from a barrier into an asset? What broader personal growth did Yuki experience beyond language improvement?
Dramatic vocabulary progression. Notice the substantial leap in complexity across stories. Story 1, A2. Travel, blog, budget, tips, success, photography. Story 2, A2, B1. Environmental challenges, innovation, irrigation sustainability, prototype, calibration. Story 3, B2. Cultural adaptation, metacognitive awareness, intellectual confrontation, intercultural competence. Advanced grammar mastery. We progressed through dramatically different complexity levels. Basic structures like Emma works, she saves money, people start leaving comments. Intermediate complexity. Marcus decided to design and test a system that could reduce water consumption. Advanced constructions. Yuki's decision to participate represented far more than an academic opportunity. It constituted a deliberate challenge. Thematic sophistication. Personal entrepreneurship and digital business development. Environmental innovation and scientific problem solving. Cultural identity and international academic experience. Professional vocabulary development. Digital marketing, monetization, affiliate marketing, search engine optimization, analytics. Environmental science, sustainability, irrigation efficiency, microcontroller programming, calibration. Academic discourse, metacognitive awareness, intercultural competence, intellectual discourse. Critical thinking progression. A2 level, understanding cause and effect in personal decisions. B1 level, analyzing multi-step problem-solving processes. B2 level, evaluating complex cultural and identity transformations. Advanced speaking applications. Practice expressing sophisticated opinions about digital entrepreneurship and the creator economy, environmental technology and sustainable innovation, international education and cultural competence development, professional planning and skill development strategies, academic and professional preparation. This content prepares you for university-level coursework across multiple disciplines, international business communication and cross-cultural collaboration, professional presentations about innovation and problem-solving, academic writing requiring sophisticated analysis and argumentation, B2 certification readiness. You're achieving B2 level when you can understand implicit meanings and cultural contexts without explanation, express complex opinions about contemporary issues with supporting evidence, navigate sophisticated texts about science, business, and cultural topics, participate confidently in academic and professional discussions. Rapid progression strategies. Immerse yourself in content slightly above your current level. Practice explaining complex concepts in your own words. Engage with authentic materials from academic and professional sources. Seek opportunities for challenging conversations with advanced speakers. Self-assessment for upper intermediate. You're ready for B2 plus content when you can follow rapid progression without feeling overwhelmed. Understand story implications beyond explicitly stated information. Express nuanced opinions about character motivations and societal issues. Integrate new vocabulary immediately into your active communication. Next challenge level. If you mastered this A2/B2 progression, you're ready for C1 content with academic and professional sophistication. Native speaker materials, including literature and complex journalism. Specialized professional discourse in your field of interest. Leadership communication, requiring advanced persuasion and analysis. Remember, jumping from A2 to B2 represents one of the most significant leaps in English proficiency. You're moving from basic communication to sophisticated expression of complex ideas. This dramatic progression requires intensive practice with challenging content that pushes your boundaries. Congratulations on attempting this ambitious progression. Your willingness to challenge yourself with rapidly increasing complexity demonstrates the kind of learning approach that leads to breakthrough improvements in English fluency.